Emma, you're from England, right? And you also study in Cambridge University. So can you tell us on how to be accepted there?
Well, I think it depends what subject you want to study. There's a difference between if you want to be a science student or a humanities student. I think if you want to do the humanities, just like history or law or geography, you need to be very interested in the subject and you need to have an interesting point of view. Whereas for the science subjects like medicine or physics, chemistry, you have to be much more, you have to be like very, very, very smart at it. You have to be very good at the subject and able to learn quickly as well, I think. And so they interview you to decide whether or not they want to let you in. And in the interview, they are testing to see whether or not you can think quickly on your feet. And if you get something wrong, can you change your point of view to figure out what a different way to figure it out might be, if that makes sense. But really the key is just be interested, apply for something you're actually interested in and show that you love the subject, because if they think you're bored or don't like it, then they won't let you in.
Okay, but I really know that it's really difficult, right, to be accepted there. And also you are a medicine students, and also did you find any difficulties there in your class, maybe because I think many of your classmates are also smart and they also work harder, they are so ambitious. And how about you? And how hard you work every day to study hard?
Yeah, you have to work really hard. So I probably, during term time, which is those 8 weeks I told you about, I probably work, I normally have 25 to 30 hours or 20 to 25 hours of lessons and like classes a week. And then on top of that, I probably work another 20 to 25 in my own time, so it's like a 40 or 50 hour week, which is quite long to be studying.
Yeah, of course.
The most difficult thing is just the pace. They give you the content very quickly. You don't have much time to think about it before you're being given the next thing. And in a lecture they will cover a lot of information, probably 2-3 times as much as another university would in just 1 hour. So it's just they give you very detailed content very quickly, so to keep up can be quite hard.
Do you be friends with many international students?
I am friends with a couple of international students. One of the other people in my college is an international student from Hong Kong, and we're quite good friends. But most of my friends are from the UK because, generally speaking, this isn't always true. A lot of the time, the international students, because they arrive a week earlier, they meet each other all together first, and so sometimes the international students are friends. And it's already when you get there in your first year, so it's harder to make friends with them. But there's lots of international students that I know and I'm friends with, and I see around and I say hi, but my closest friends are all also from the UK.
Yeah, but I know because, you are from UK, right, and then you also study medicine, and I'm sure that it's really difficult to be there, to be accepted. Then also, I think most of the students, and all of them, I think, smart. So, but do you or have you ever seen maybe some student find it difficult to get maybe a good grade from your lectures?
I think everyone finds it difficult. I think that's the thing.
How about you?
I mean, I have found it difficult in terms of I've had to work hard, but I have gotten the grades that I want. So I think for me, the hard work is paying off, but it doesn't always for everyone. Because naturally, like the same in school, there's the people that are the smartest and there's the people that are less smart. And in Cambridge, you just take the very top of that, but you still have a distribution of the smartest to the least smart. It's just that the least smart person is still very, very smart.
Still very, very smart. I think you are also among the best in the world. Yeah, so it is really quite interesting, I mean, to talk about Cambridge. And also, how about the facilities you get in the university?
Well, actually, because I live in a very old building, my room was not very nice. In my first year, so not the year that's just happened, the year before, my room flooded while I was away over Christmas and I had to move. Yes. The kitchens aren't very good, the bathroom isn't very nice, but then you get to live in a beautiful old building in Cambridge, so I think it's worth it.
It's well done.
Yeah.
Okay. But all students, do you think that many students that they're in Cambridge, they're also very focused on their works, or sometimes they they just feel relaxed, chill like everyone else?
I think it varies. I like to do fun things because you're only at university once and you're only this age at uni for a certain amount of time. So I have me and some friends, we go to the pub a lot and we, have a beer, have a chat, we play games together, go to the cinema, do fun activities together. But then some people do nothing but work. It's
They're
very
really
mixed.
focused.
Yeah,
They're
so
really focused.
there's a real spectrum from people that work all the time to people that do next to no work. And I think I probably am in somewhere in the middle.
Wow, I think that's also so fun, but also keep focusing on our subjects, I think, right? To study there, I think. Yeah, I think you are also focused when you are at home, you also keep studying, right?
Yeah, I will pretty much study non-stop from October through to June when my exams finish, and then I get 3 months of the summer where I have no work to do.
So when you have leisure time at home, do you also study? Or you just enjoy some
I
fun
study at
activities?
home, but less than I do when I'm in Cambridge. So when I'm in Cambridge, I study quite a lot and maybe have 1 or 2 hours a day for fun things. When I'm at home, I actually have a part-time job to earn money. So I do that, I study, and I also do fun things like I have my boyfriend, so I go and see him a lot. I see my other friends that I have from school. I see them a lot when I'm at home. I watch movies in the evening with my family. I think I have quite a balanced life. I wouldn't say I work too much.
Yeah, I think I like your life, I think, because you have a balance,
Yeah.
You know how to manage your study, but also you still have a family time. You can enjoy your beautiful things outside, but also while focusing on your study. But when it comes to Cambridge students, do all of them mostly rich people? or is there a poor student probably?
Yeah, there's a very big mix as well.
Big mix.
You get some of the richest people, like the very, very richest
Wealthy
in the country.
families, yeah.
Yes. But you get them at every university because they aren't more likely to get in than anyone else. So there's other universities in the UK that have a kind of a reputation for having rich students, like Exeter has a reputation for having very rich students,
yes.
so does Bristol, Oxford does, the London ones do, one up in the north called Durham does. So you get the richest, but then they are also in lots of other places, but you also get very, very poor students.
Really?
But one of the good things about Cambridge is because Cambridge has a lot of money, they can give money to the poorest students to help them so that they are supported and can afford to live as well.
Okay, I think also poor students also still get access. I mean,
Yes.
as long as they are also smart, and also hard worker,
Yeah.
and want to study hard, and of course they also have opportunity, the same opportunity.
Yeah.
And also I think you are also from a wealthy family, right?
I am from what you would call a middle class family.
Really?
In the UK you have the working class, which is the lowest. You have upper class. I am just in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah.
But how you get there? I think you also study hard since you were a child, right? Or because your parents, I think, had already known how to teach you or send you maybe to a private schools?
No, I went to a state school. Just a normal.
You went to state school?
Yep, normal, bog standard state school. Stayed there for sixth form. I've never had any private education.
But how about your childhood? I mean, how you work hard?
I didn't really work hard. I've always worked hard. Don't get me wrong. I've always worked hard, but I've worked my hardest at Cambridge. I didn't have to work that hard before. I just did it, and it happened.
It happens, really.
I think I just am quite naturally good at academic stuff. Science, I'm just good at science. And so getting to Cambridge was not the hardest bit. The hardest bit has been the actual work at Cambridge.
So, but you also are passionate about medicine, science?
Yeah, very. I find
Since
it very,
you were
very...
a child, or maybe you had different dreams when you were a child?
I've wanted to be a doctor since I was about 11. So 9 years of wanting to be a doctor. But when I was very, very young, I had a list of all the jobs I thought I might want, and doctor was on it, but then there was also lawyer and accountant and teacher. So I was a very typical kid where I was like, I would be anything.
But also, did your parents propose you to study medicine? So
No.
it is because you were really passionate and it was your decisions.
It was very much my decision. My mum and dad are actually vets, so they laugh at the fact I want to do medicine because they do almost the opposite because they are vets, so they look after animals, whereas I want to look after people. So it's very different. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's so fun. I think to talk with you. So, do you have any maybe like motivations or maybe advice to those people around, especially from Indonesia, those who want to study in Cambridge, and what should they prepare?
Like I said, the biggest thing is be interested in your subject. So don't apply to one because you think it would be easier to get into than another one, because they'll see through that. You just work hard. That's really the best thing you can do, is work hard and like show you love your subject. So if you want to study biology, don't just do the biology you have in school. Get a biology book out of the library and read it for fun, because that's what I would do. I read a lot of books that weren't, but my teachers weren't telling me to read them. I went and I found them and I read them myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think hopefully you also can motivate many people. I think also many people also have been motivated by you, right? Yeah, so I'm really glad I think to meet you, to interview you this evening here in Indonesia.
That's okay.
So thank you very much, Emma.